Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM. We're chatting cricket with Ben Duxon from the Wimmera Mallee Cricket competition. Plenty going on. Great to have you on again, Ben. How are you getting on?
Going very well, thanks, Ellis. Good to see more cricket played last weekend. Might be a little bit tricky this weekend, but no, we're certainly doing better than some other associations getting a bit of cricket done.
That is for sure. It is still a bit in touch and go territory, if you like. But as you say very rightly, it was good to see some games happening again across the weekend. We'll start in the A grade where we had Manu getting a result over Witcherproof Narraport. So I think you might have predicted this one, Benny. What was your sort of impression of Manu getting the result?
Looked as though they did it pretty easy in the end there, Alice. So, restricted Witcherproof to 128 on their home ground, and some good bowling performances from David Lang, 2 for 6. Was the best of the bowlers off 4 overs, and other contributors all the way through. So, at the top of the order, they found it hard to remove Tommy Truan and Hunter Connolly for 31 and 29, and young James Ison 26, But after that, they didn't quite put enough runs on. Manu, with their 2 batting stars in Nick Baird, who's a new recruit, and Briley Cameron. Briley Cameron making 72, was unfortunate to get out at the end, and Nick Baird making 45, not out. So getting them in, I think it was about 24 overs. So quite comfortable win there to Manu.
Brim Kalalak Sheep Hills making sure of the points on their home patch over St Arnaud. What was the running order on this occasion, Ben?
Yeah, so St Arnaud bowled out for 92. So, they're struggling a little bit last year's grand finalists. Wickets spread around between all of the Brim bowlers. Charlie Dean the best with 3 for 9, and Brim had no trouble chasing it down. Isaac McPherson not out again, which we saw last year when he makes the runs and gets them home. They're usually pretty good, and his uncle Chris McPherson making 38 as well. So pretty easy win to Brim there.
Jeffcott getting up over Donald. A good weekend overall for the away sides, Ben.
Yeah, it seems to be, but Jeffcott posting a tally of 193, which is probably around about a pretty good target to be chasing in our competition. So, lots of scores there. The veteran Lockie Jones with 56 leading the run scoring there, but a lot of different batsmen getting starts but not going on with it, but that's a good score. And the captain of Donald, Cooper Anderson, taking 5 wickets, which was a really good effort on his behalf. And Donald couldn't make the runs, bowled out for 124 in the last over, and a few contributors there. Atwood with 32, and a few down the bottom with 16s and 17s, but the bowling honours, Daniel Atkins 3 wickets, Brady Griffiths, which is a young player, 2 wickets, and Lockie Jones 2 wickets as well. So Jeffcott continue on their merry way from last year into this year, and certainly setting themselves up for a good season.
Now, Ben, we'll switch over to the B grade side of things. St Mary's, the side from the Wimmera Mallee, defeated by Birchip. What were your impressions of this result?
St Mary's, who were last year's B grade grand finalists, just not enough runs there on the 8, bowled out for 85. So they got a bit of work to do with the batting to make some more runs, but Birchip with a young team there as well. So young Lockie Randall, who's one of our under-17 junior players, made 47 at the top of the order. So Ty Colbert with 25 as well, another good young player coming along. So a good win for the young Birchip B grade team.
Now I'm interested in you telling me something about this next fixture, Ben. The Southern Mallee Giants getting up over Watcham. I want to know, because we do a couple of Southern Mallee Giants reports throughout the winter when we're talking football, how many football to cricket converts do we have running around for the Southern Mallee Giants?
No, I think there's a few there, but there's not a lot either. So I know their football club's quite strong, but there is there's a number of them there. So Yeah, they've done well, and one of them, Zach Robbins, 136 not out off 133 balls, and James Flavely, who made 80 odd himself, not out last week, is in the runs again with 29 not out, so 1 for 261 at the Watcham ground, pretty fast ground there off the 40 overs, but that was always going to be hard for Watcham to chase down, and unfortunately for them, they got bowled out for 101. So, pretty comprehensive victory there. Wickets being spread by a number of Southern Mallee Giants players.
Now, it was a better day out for St Arnaud when it comes to the B grade side of things. So, what went on here, Ben?
Yeah, no, St Arnaud, who actually forfeited their B grade the week before. I think they had 2 available. Their president our secretary at the moment, Jason Smith, said they had 17 to pick from in the B grade. So they got a team out there, a couple of handos up the top of the order, but young Ned Gorry with 85 off 59 balls, including 8 sixes. So a fair effort from Ned. He's come in and smacked them around to get St Arnaud batting first to 210. So a great effort by them. They were bowled out, but 5 wickets from Dale Stephan as well from Brim, and Brim all bowled out for 60. So a pretty comprehensive win there for St Arnaud, and Bruce Hando, the veteran, with 4 wickets, and then 1 apiece to a few others as well. So after forfeiting, they're on the scoreboard, and unfortunately that's the way it's going with some clubs. Is that you have a heap of players out 1 week, and then next week you got plenty to select from. So that bodes well for their B grade team. They got good numbers there. It's just keeping them all on the park. Quick one there. The B grade, there was a Jeffcott Charlton game, and in the closest one of the round, Jeffcott won by 6 runs as well. So that completed the B grade round.
All right, Ben, let's talk about the upcoming games across the A and B grade. Now, before we get into getting your previews for the fixtures that are coming up, just give us the lowdown on the current state of fields around the Wimmera Mallee. How are we feeling? Obviously, as we sort of mentioned at the start, it's very much a weekly ordeal as to whether we can know that we're actually going to get cricket on or not. So what do you know, and do you foresee that we're going to get 3 games of A-grade action this weekend?
Yeah, no, this week will be funny. Like, it depends. Supposed to be thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are hit and miss. So hopefully we've got enough hard wickets if the turfs don't come off that we can shuffle them around, and clubs can go and play on the hard wickets Saturday. They're talking rain on Saturday, but as I said, it's sort of thundery sort of stuff. So depends what happens tonight, whether big thunderstorms on the turf wickets or whether they miss them and that sort of stuff. So we'll just play it by ear. By Friday night, we'll be getting a good gauge, and Saturday morning we'll look at the forecast, and hopefully if we can, we'll shuffle some games around and get them on hard wickets and try and get some cricket played.
All right, let's get your predictions then, Ben. This game between St Arnaud and Birchip being played at King George's Park. Who gets the chocolates?
Yeah, no, St Arnaud's had a tough start. Birchip haven't played a lot of cricket, so this will be an intriguing game. But I think St Arnaud at home, they'll be pretty determined to start getting some wins. They're down at the bottom of the ladder now, and need to start winning. It's certainly not panic stations, but knowing the cricketers there, they're all really good professional cricketers that take it serious. So they should get home there at home.
Jeffcott, they should be surely good enough to beat Witcher-proof Narraport. This one being played in Donald. I guess you never know, Ben, but the side hosting this game will surely go down as favourites on paper.
Yeah, very much so. Jeffcott's on top of the ladder playing well. Witcher-proof Narraport, a lot of kids in there, and they're developing them as they go along. Just need everyone really firing at once, and Jeffcott to have an off day, then they could win. But certainly Jeffcott will start favourites with that one.
Another game being played in Donald is Donald hosting Brim Kalalak Sheep Hills. Which way do you see this tie going?
Yeah, she's a tight one, this one. Donald, with just the one team now, sort of have got some really good experience of youth and middle-aged players, and even some experience there. But Brim Kalalak always turn up to play. Some veterans there that really enjoy their cricket, and I think we were talking about this last year, but Isaac McPherson's probably the glue there. If he makes any sort of runs and that sort of stuff, that's going to hold Brim together. But Donald got Cooper Anderson bowling well at the moment, taking plenty of wickets as well. So they'll take it up to him at home at Donald. We go with Donald, I think.
Switching over to the B grade, we've got the Southern Mallee Giants hosting Jeff Cott. This game will be played in Hopeton. This will be a pretty interesting game, I reckon, game of the round for me, Ben.
Yeah, I think so too, Ellis. Yeah, there's two teams going pretty well in form as well. So Southern Mallee Giants will have their confidence up. Like they've made a lot of runs in the last 2 weeks. Jeff Cott, again, got some good kids back there. I see Tommy Reeky's back. He made a couple of hundreds last year in the B grade and got amongst them last week. So yeah, could be an interesting tussle, but once the Southern Mallee Giants get their back up, they might be too good for Jeff Cott.
All right, we'll take a look at Birchip hosting St Arnaud. Which way does this one go?
Yeah, up at Birchip, so hopefully the turf can get going up there and for the first time of the year. If not, hopefully they can get to the high school ground, the hard wicket. But Birchip home, got a lot of good young kids going. St Arnaud, who knows who's turning up and playing at the moment. But yeah, I'd go with the home team here in Birchip.
Being played at the Anzac Park there in Warwick is St Mary's. They'll be hosting Watcham Panthers. Two sides coming into this game licking their wounds from the previous round. So which way is this one going to go?
Yeah, St Mary's are last year's B grade grand finalists. They'll be a bit similar to St Arnaud in the A grade. They'll be keen to get their season up and going. And yeah, the Watcham game proves a really good point for them to make sure that they get in there, get some form on the board and beat the Watcham Panthers at the moment. They're going not too well at the moment, but yeah, they've got some good players there at Watcham still. But St Mary's will be really keen to get their season up and running and hopefully defend their title.
Will Charlton, the visitors in their game against Brim Kalalak, will they be good enough at the Brim Recreation Reserve to get a win or at least challenge the home side, Ben?
Yeah, they're not going real well at the moment, Charlton. They rely on their top four batsmen. Young Huey Sate's in a bit of form up the top order, but if their top four batsmen don't make the runs, they seem to drop off pretty quick. Brim Kalalak will have some experienced hands there as well. So on the turf up there, the young Charlton side do tend to struggle a little bit. But yeah, they'll be hopefully trying to get a good win on the board. But I'd say Brim will have too much strength from in that game.
Ben Duxon from the Wimmera Mallee Cricket Association. Enjoy all the cricket on the weekend. Best of luck to you. Thanks so much for joining us on the Flow Friday Sports Show. We'll do it all again next week.
Thank you for your time, Alice, and it's good to talk cricket, Wimmera Mallee Cricket.
Our Wimmera Mallee Cricket correspondent, Ben Duxon, checking in with us there. Well, up next here on the Flow Friday Sports Show, we'll be crossing the border into South Australia to chat with Craig Outis from the Pinaroo Borders Cricket Association in South Australia. That's coming up next here on the Flow Friday Sports Show. We'll catch you back here shortly.